This seems familiar. I'm back again, and today I am getting tattooed. Currently it is 6 minutes until I have to leave for my appointment. So I'm going to try and make this brief, but yeah, basically I'm getting tattooed again. I got my first tattoos 2 years ago now, and I love them so much. I knew that I wanted to get more, but I really wanted to make sure that I was waiting and getting stuff that I was actually like crazy in love with. And so today, I am finally taking the leap. I am getting my Sailor Moon tattoo. Sailor Moon is something that means so much to me for so many reasons. It's one of my greatest loves in life, which is kind of strange to say. Like, I feel like that's kind of like a you need an intervention type thing, but it's something that means a lot to me. I reached out to an artist, and today we're doing it. We're doing it. I'm getting my Sailor Moon tattoo. I am so excited. This is something that I've been thinking about for a really long time, and so I'm ready. I'm ready. Ink me up. I'm ready. I will not be bringing you with me, unfortunately. I'm not sure how my artist will feel about me filming it, or the whole process and everything. So when you see me next, I'll be tattooed. Ah! Look! You're kidding. I'm so excited. And also tired, so I'm gonna go home and have a nap. A very long one. Ah! Okay. Look at this man. Look at this girl. Look. How friggin' cool is that? Right? Come on. And those like kind of rough looking spots up at the top here. That's actually going to be white. So hopefully once it heals, they will be beautiful white highlights. Obviously, I'm so in love with it. The one hang up I had about this tattoo was that I didn't want to have any black lines, but I also know that black lines are really important to like the longevity of your tattoo, and so I was like, how do we do that without doing black? So we did some outlining just with some different colors, and I'm absolutely in love with it. Like, she totally 100% knocked it out of the park. It's so cool. It's so cool. So now I've just gotta wait for it to heal. 4 days, and this is how we're looking. We're looking a little crusty right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. It is like unbearably itchy. I cannot even explain to you how itchy it is. You really forget how inconvenient these bandages are until you get tattooed again, I guess. But the white is turning out so good. I cannot wait to take this off and just look at the beautifulness underneath, and also give it some lotion because it is like unbearably itchy. Like, I'm not even joking, it's unbearable. Ew. Gross, oh my god. It's been a while. I've been waiting for the right time to sit down and do this because I did have to go and get it touched up again. Certain inks I feel like just don't go with my skin as much, so the pink was kind of like a little bit splotchier in some areas, but I went back to my artist, got it touched up, and have now been waiting the period to be able to finally show it off to all of you. We are still a little bit dry, but for the most part all the scabbing is gone, everything like that, and we are pretty much in the clear. So I wanted to take this opportunity to sit down and talk to you about it. I feel like everybody has their favorite Sailor Moon weapon, and mine just so happens to be the crystal star brooch, and so of course I have Sailor Moon's bow with the crystal star in the middle. I kind of always knew that I wanted to have a Sailor Moon tattoo, but I really spent a lot of time marinating it in my brain, making sure that this was something that I would want, and I was pretty dead set on what I wanted and the placement of it for about a year with no changes. So this one has been in the works for a while, and I am just like absolutely in love with it. It turned out amazing. My artist was great. She like totally knew what was happening. It was actually pretty funny. I have a story about this. When I first went into work with this, it was all like Sanodermed up or whatever, and one of my coworkers was like, "Oh, that's so sick, that's so cool, like Princess Peach." And I'm like, sure, you're close. I can see why you would think that. So I can't even argue with it. So jokingly now we call it my Princess Peach tattoo, but in a simple statement, this tattoo says to me, strength and power do not come at the cost of femininity. And that is the overarching theme of this whole conversation and why I love Sailor Moon so much. When you're raised as a girl in this society, you are raised to believe that feminine things are somehow weaker or somehow less respectable than masculine things. And this is not gonna make any sense unless you can relate to it, so please bear with me for a minute while I like figure out how I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say. I was raised with what I will call pink Power Ranger syndrome. I have a little brother, and so from a very young age I was watching all of the like boy shows, and I liked boy things. Like I was super into Pokemon, super into Bakugan, as we all know on this channel, which is a throwback for some of you, I'm sure. And I made mostly guy friends in elementary school because I wanted to be that cool girl. I wanted to be the not like other girls type of thing, right? So that kind of led me to rejecting everything feminine about myself. Not because I felt like masculine things fit me better, but because I was taught from a very young age that feminine things equaled weakness, or feminine things equaled, you know, feminine things weren't equal to respect. And I wanted to be respected, I wanted to be respectable, I wanted to be... Man, this is not gonna make any sense unless you can relate to it. Please tell me some of you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this series was really just, it was a kickoff board for me to start really thinking about what I had internalized and questioning things and trying to become an actual authentic version of myself instead of just trying to like market myself as a respectable nerd person, because nerd culture in the past has always been very exclusionary of women, which is a very large and scary statement to hear if you don't agree with it. So if you are one of those people that are listening to this and you're like, what the fuck is she talking about? This is probably not gonna make sense to you. But nerd culture is very entrenched in gatekeeping, and most of the time that gatekeeping has traditionally been put onto women. Like, women don't like Star Wars, right? Like that kind of thing. Or if you were a nerd girl, you had to be like wearing your pajama pants all the time, messy bun, I don't care how I look, I don't like makeup, what's that? You know what I mean? You could not embrace parts of your feminine identity and then also be a nerd at the same time. Girl heroes were rarely, if ever, depicted with multifaceted personalities, or they were always like decked out in skin tight and like crazy sexy costumes. As a small child, it is really easy to make the connection that femininity equals weakness when all the girl heroes you ever see have to sacrifice their feminine traits in order to be powerful, right? That's a logical conclusion for a kid to make. I, like a lot of girls in my generation, tried really, really hard to distance myself from my feminine traits because I wanted to be seen as different. I wanted to be seen as respectable. And for all my intelligence, if I could have rubbed two brain cells together to think about that for more than a millisecond, I would have been like, wow, that's fucked up. But obviously I didn't, and it hurt me in a lot of ways. This is a difficult concept for people to understand who were raised as male. That's not to say that men don't face their own struggles in society. They absolutely do, which is a totally separate and also really fun conversation for the dinner table. But it's really hard to deny that Little girls face a much harsher reality at a much younger age than their male peers do, and that is just a fact. And then in comes Sailor Moon when I was 13. She was this complex and developed character who was a powerful kick-ass warrior who also saved the day every time, but she was also this very feminine personality who liked makeup, she liked shopping, she was a huge crybaby, she loved hanging out with her girlfriends. Like, she's just this very feminine personality that I saw represented a part of myself that I've been missing. And that's when I kind of had to start thinking like, maybe this way I've been internalizing misogyny is a bad thing, question mark. So seeing this kind of made it click in my brain like, hey, wait a minute. Maybe these things we've been thinking are not good. So at 13, when you're just starting to become a teenager, that's a lot to process. And so it took me a while to undo all of the things that I had internalized, and there's still some parts of it that I have, don't get me wrong, that I'm trying to work on. But standing here now, from a point where I'm at now and an understanding that I have now, looking back, I'm like, wow, that was really fucked up. But at the time, I was like, this is just how it is, right? Like, this is how it's gotta be. So that is, it's kind of strange for me to attribute such a huge thing in my life to a TV show, but that's what really got me thinking about it. Her expression of her raw femininity doesn't negate her power and her strength. She can be both a girly girl and a superhero who saves the day at the same time. I guess in my brain, those two things just could never like connect together. So it just kind of like connected, and I realized I could view my own femininity with the same lens. It's really hard to say if this is the only reason why this show has stuck with me for so many years, but it definitely is part of it. That whole idea of like powerful and pink can exist in the same sentence type of thing. I got this tattoo because I like it, but I also got it because it represents a part of myself that I had lost for so many years. That's the story of my brand new ink. I am super, super excited to wear it. I've been getting so many compliments on it, and I love looking in the mirror every day and being like, oh, fuck, that's cool. That's on my body forever. So, I don't know. That is where I leave you for today. If you want to check out the rest of my channel videos, you can click the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button if you liked this video, or if you had any idea what I was talking about, you can leave a comment down below of your own similar experiences. I'd love to read it and respond to them. I just paid for some very expensive scales, and I am super afraid because that was a lot of money and my wallet hurts, but I'm really excited to unbox them for you on this channel as well. So if you are interested in anime figures, I've got some more anime figure content coming for you. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.